Hello and good morning and welcome to Reiki with Christopher Kermie. And this is Shira, my singing bowl. How's everybody doing on this Monday morning? To me it's my Saturday, but it's all good. A day's a day. A day's a day in life. Welcome to Christopher Kermie's Reiki with Christopher Kermie. I am Christopher Kermie, and I'm here to share some Reiki and card reading with you guys. Hopefully everybody's doing well. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day, and it's feeling like an early summer, and I love it. So, for those of you who haven't ever joined me on my Reiki videos, this is Reiki, and what Reiki is energy healing, universal energy healing, the healing that's all around us. And as a Reiki practitioner, I am just the conduit to help direct that energy. And also what we do here is, before I share some Reiki with you guys, I will do a card reading. I got 7 decks of cards in front of me right now, and I just hover my hand over them, and wherever my hand feels the best energy at the time and what is for our highest good as a community, my hand will stop and mix up a deck, and that would be the reading for the day. But before I go on, it was brought to my attention a few days ago. I was talking to someone I love very much and I respect, and she says on my videos that I talk about me a lot, and you know, my intention is, yes, I share my part of the story. When I do a card reading, my intention is to try to relate to it so I can share that with you guys. That's it. You know, and there's a lot of times in my life where I must admit, yeah, it was about me, and that's okay. That's sometimes what we do. But my intention here is to share parts of my story so I can relate to the card reading, and hopefully you guys can get something out of it. That's it. And simple. So without further ado, that's something I've been working on off and on my whole life, is how much is it actually about me? Because it's about all of us, really, in my opinion. It's about all of us. And I share stories. My intention is, when I share my stories, is to try to connect and relate. So if you guys have anything to say about that, please connect with me, comment, like, subscribe, so we can continue getting these videos, continue feeling my vibe. So let's go. Let's start some Reiki Christopher Kermie and draw a card, shall we? So I have 7 decks in front of me, and wherever it stops will be the card today. And it has stopped on my Shaka Wisdom deck. This is a great deck of cards. I had them for a couple years. And I want you to know, this is how I mix it up. I don't do the shuffling. I just never got coordinated and practiced it, I guess. So this is how I've been doing cards. And that's okay. So, before we get started, take some deep breaths. Deep belly breaths from the diaphragm. Now I want this reading to be about all of us, to what is for our highest collective good today. Knock some of my energy into it. Let's see what card we are going to get today, shall we? Getting all dramatic on you. Alright, today's card is 3rd Chakra Solar Plexus. Freedom of choice. I have the freedom to choose. So I choose wisely, because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. I own, accept, and express my feelings unreservedly, and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. Ooh. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. Solar plexus, which is the third chakra, and it is yellow. I love that. I have the freedom to choose. So I own and accept and express my feelings unreservedly and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. We can all do that kind of stuff to ourselves, can't we? I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. Okay. Hopefully that hit somebody at home, because that's hitting me a little bit. Even though the situation I was talking about before I started the reading was how I was told by someone I respect highly. I could have chose to be offended, which in the past I probably would have been offended on a comment like that. I had to pause and listen and take it as corrective criticism. It was positive. I made it positive. I'm like, you know what? A lot of times I do that. I do make it about me. But my intention today is to make it about all of us so we can connect and choose and have that choice to connect. I have the freedom to choose, so I choose wisely because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I can feel about myself. Yes, every decision has a big impact on how we do feel about ourselves, I think. You know, just like you can make a decision and feel shitty about it, regret right away, instantly. We know that might not have been for the highest good, but eventually, in my opinion and my belief, it is all for our highest good. We might not see it in every moment, of course. We don't. But it really boils down to it. And we have those choices today to move forward and to see things like that. You know, we have that choice, that free will to see things the way they are. We have, or, you know, we can play those mind games. I've spent my whole life playing mind games, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have too. But once we find that clarity and take that moment, that's why I like to take a moment, take a deep breath. That not only gives us a chance to breathe, that gives us a chance to have a moment. So we don't react all of a sudden in reaction. And we have a moment, that moment of silence, that moment of clarity to maybe have a different response to things in life, you know. We all have that freedom to choose. You know, there's spots in life where I've chose to be angry. I've chose to deflect. You know, we all do it. We're human. It's a human thing. But we have the freedom to choose today. I love that. I love that. So I hope you guys have the freedom to choose today. And this was about the third chakra, the solar plexus, where that creativity and the passion comes from. That freedom. Your core. You know, and when I heard that conversation, when I was in that conversation the other day about my videos, I was honestly contemplating that whole thing, the whole conversation, because there are times where I do make it about me. I don't want to today. I want, of course, we all want to be heard. I want to get my voice, my opinions out there and whatnot. Of course, we all do. We all want to be heard. But in my life, I need to find a balance with that. And I choose today to find that balance. I choose today to listen. I choose today to be a part of. And not make it all about me like maybe I have in the past. We're human. We all do that. So, you know, I had to learn not to beat myself up over these things and dwell on them and just move forward. That's growth right there. That's my freedom to choose growth. right there. We all have that freedom today. And I hope somebody out there got something out of this today. You know, I'm been contemplating on that whole conversation. How much do I make it about me? Maybe you guys can help me, because sometimes I don't see it in myself. So please comment, share your opinion with me. It's fine. This is positive criticism that I'm looking for today. Growth, expansion. Not just for me in my life, for everybody around me and everybody in this life. So, with that note, you guys ready for some Reiki? And like I shared at the beginning of the video, it is universal energy. It's all around all of us all the time. Of course, energy is something we don't see. The only energy we see is what's turned physical. But anyway, the universal energy we don't see is all around us. Coming from Jesus, Muhammad, Gandhi. We all have it. And a Reiki practitioner is that conduit that sends that energy directed towards where it's going and where it's needed to be. So, without further ado, let's bring to this video what is for everybody's highest good. The highest intention for all of us today. Spirit knows, energy knows where to go. He said, we're just conduits. Share that. Let me take a couple more deep breaths with me. You know, this is for our highest good. You don't have to do anything except for maybe just breathe a little bit. There you are, folks. All for you. And for me, for all of us. I want to say thank you guys for being a part of this life and continuing to be. Because if you weren't part of that life, I won't have anybody to have those choices with. So have that freedom to choose. Choose wisely. And when you play mind games with yourself, know how to get through the game. Love you guys. Peace.